What's up, fam? So today's topic is going to be about changing your stinking thinking. So when it comes to changing your mindset, because maybe you're on a path or a journey in order to become a more positive person or a better person, or just seeking improvement in various fields of self. Um, it's just like with anything, if the input isn't any good, then the output isn't going to be as well. If you were to take the batteries out of your remote control and replace them with carrots, it probably wouldn't work. I know it's kind of extreme, but at the end of the day, when it comes to you and your body, your mind is only going to create, or it's only going to be a product of the things that you put into it. Um, so not just with diet and exercise, but as well as the media that we spend our time indulging into. We watch a lot of positive things, negative things, things in between. Sometimes YouTube will just show a bunch of videos of lambs, goats, you know laughing or making a goofy noise or something. So at the end of the day, it's not really benefiting you. You may be able to decompress and laugh, but at the end of the day, it's not producing any positive value, unless you're super stressed out, but not as greatly as changing your mentality altogether. And it comes in steps, just like anything. You got to crawl before you can walk, walk before you can run. So if you start to, view yourself and understand your triggers and understand the things that lead you down those negative paths. So it could be something like, a coworker at work. You'd see him talking to somebody else, but that's somebody you didn't get along with at some point in time. So your mind would go to that negative place that they're talking junk about you or something. Or, one bad thing could happen at the beginning of your day. And because you let it affect you, it'll kind of just snowball into a bunch of bad things happening. Because, more or less, you're entertaining and breeding that negative energy. You may just be having a bad morning, but it doesn't mean you have to have a bad day. And when you have a bad day, it doesn't mean it have to turn into a week, a month, or a year. You can't get so enveloped by the negativity. You have to start to go, you know what? That was a bad thing, but today's going to be a good day. I actually walk around with that mantra of telling people, hey, today's a good day. And it affects the people around me. You go to work, and if you tell every person you pass on the way in that today's going to be a good day, it could lead to them having all kinds of, positive conversations, laughing and joking, and just create an all-around better environment to where everyone isn't miserable because they're doing the same thing they usually do every day. Even when the machines, stop working, or, whatever you do, computers might be slow. But you have to tell yourself that you can do better and actually do better. So you could reach out and do like a exercise or a workout, and it'll get difficult, and you can just stop, take a couple breaths, and start back up again. But at some point, you're gonna have to push all the way through, unless you're hurting yourself. Same thing with a diet. You can eat right and then take that one day and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to, give myself a cheat day, to celebrate or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's you just kind of making the excuse to succumb to temptation. Sometimes you just got to stick it out 100%, until you actually start seeing those results. And then your lifestyle starts to change. And maybe the way you spend your idle time, you can change that up and start looking at more workouts or positive speaking people, motivational speakers, looking up other foods that aren't good for you or your family, or, even if you have any health conditions or ailments, you or your family, start looking up all natural resolutions to them. And that'll feed into you keeping on your mind, all right, I need to work out today, or I need to eat right today. I need to spend my time more positive and breed more positive things. And in all honesty, some of us just surround ourselves with the wrong people. So at the end of the day, you might have to, cut some ties with some people because they don't have the same goals that you have. Some people may be content on being where they are, and that could be holding you back. Some people could be trying to be better, but they could be holding you back, because you could be supporting them financially, emotionally, spiritually, and you're not even at a point where you can stand up on your own 2 feet yet. So at the end of the day, you can't really help anybody else until you stand up on your own 2 feet. And in order to do that, you're going to have to be your own motivation. You're going to have to be your own inspiration. You can't really say, oh, well, so-and-so didn't do it for me. My trainer, he didn't force me to work out more. He didn't pull, a gun to my head and make me do it. That's why I don't really, rely too much on other people for anything, because at the end of the day, once you start using those people as an excuse because they have their own thing going on, then it's just like, you start falling off. And it's like you're starting to kind of use other people as excuses or creating excuses like, oh, well, my trainer canceled on me today, so I guess I'll work out tomorrow. But you can work out any day. You don't need a trainer, especially if you did it before. Do the same thing you did before, or look up some workouts. Today we're in a day and age where people don't want to do anything for themselves. They want to have someone else do it for them. And with that generation coming up behind us, when we get old, they're not going to want to do anything for us because they're going to want people to cater to them in their youth. So what kind of children are we raising? That's kind of like the biggest motivator for me, at least, because I have children. And I know a lot of other parents, But if you don't have children, how do you get motivated? What's your motivation? Go ahead, feel free to leave a comment down at the bottom. Like, subscribe if you want to hear more of my ranting. If not, have a good day. Stay blessed. Peace.